Have you ever felt an overwhelming presence that just won't leave you alone? You're not alone. Many people have experienced moments that make you question reality, and it can be terrifying. I'm someone who's had my fair share of encounters with the supernatural, and I'm not just talking about your average, everyday ghost stories. I'm talking about full-blown demon encounters that will send chills down your spine. My name is, and I've been through some of the most intense, life-changing experiences that have left me questioning everything I thought I knew about the world. When you're facing something that's beyond human understanding, it's natural to feel a sense of fear and uncertainty. But what's even harder is trying to convince others of what you've experienced. I faced my fair share of skeptics and naysayers, people who think I'm just making it all up for attention or that I'm somehow crazy. But the truth is, I know what I saw and I know what I felt, and it's not something I can just shake off or ignore. Not only did I struggle with the fear of the unknown, but I also had to deal with the impact it had on my daily life. Sleepless nights, anxiety, and a constant sense of unease became my new normal. And it wasn't just me. It affected my relationships, my work, and even my own sense of identity. It's hard to explain to people why you're constantly on edge, or why you can't shake off the feeling of being watched. One of the biggest challenges I faced was trying to make sense of it all. I did my research, poring over books and articles on demonology and the supernatural. I talked to experts, from priests to paranormal investigators, trying to get some sort of understanding of what I was up against. But the more I learned, the more questions I had. One of the most vivid memories I have is of a particular encounter I had at an old abandoned church on the outskirts of town. I was investigating some strange reports of paranormal activity, and I'm telling you, I was not prepared for what I saw. It was as if the air around me changed, and I could feel this dark presence closing in on me. I tried to run, but my legs felt heavy, like they were stuck to the floor. And then I saw it, a dark figure with eyes that glowed like embers. It's a feeling I'll never forget, and it's something that still haunts me to this day. Another encounter that still gives me chills is when I was staying at a friend's house that had a history of paranormal activity. I was sleeping in the guest room when I woke up to find a figure standing over me. It was tall, imposing, and had eyes that seemed to bore into my soul. I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. The fear was paralyzing, and I was convinced that I was going to die that night. But the most intense encounter I had was when I was alone in my apartment, and I felt this overwhelming sense of dread. It was as if the walls were closing in on me, and I could feel this malevolent presence seeping into every pore of my body. I tried to pray, I tried to call out for help, but my voice was drowned out by this deafening silence. And then I saw it, a dark, shadowy figure that seemed to be made of pure evil. It was as if I was staring into the face of death itself. That encounter changed me. It made me realize that there's so much more to this world than what we can see and touch. It made me realize that there are forces beyond our understanding that can impact our lives in ways we can't even imagine. And it made me realize that I'm not alone in this fight. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from my experiences is that the supernatural is real, and it's not something to be taken lightly. It's not just about ghost stories and spooky tales. It's about facing the unknown and acknowledging that there are forces beyond our control. And it's not about being afraid, it's about being aware and prepared. If you've had an experience like mine, I want to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe for more haunts and spooky tales.